Art heals earth. Now, art heals actually stands for something. It stands for aligned resonant truth, harmoniously elevates, autonomously levitates systems. I figured the best thing I could possibly do would be educate each of you on the various components and breaking down what the heck art heals actually even means. So, art heals. Aligned resonant truth. So what is aligned? Aligned or alignment is the reference of the process that ensures that a system's goals and values are aligned with those of its human creators or users. Alignment is the crucial consideration in any design and development of any system, which, by the way, this body is a system, our government is a system, our environment operates on systems from every single thing you could break down, whether it's education, institutional politics, social politics, or something as simple as and complex as irrigation. Alignment helps ensure that the system behaves in a way that is acceptable and beneficial to humans. And when we're talking about ourselves, we want to make sure that we ourselves are in alignment with ways that are resonating with truth. So one of the primary challenges in achieving alignment in any system is that it's difficult to specify the goals and the values of the system in a precise and comprehensive manner. This is because humans, our goals and our values are often complex and sometimes conflicting, and the subject of it changes over time. So as a result, it's important to consider a wide range of ethical and moral considerations when designing and implementing any system, and to ensure that the system is transparent and explainable in order to facilitate accountability and trust. Art, aligned, resonant. So the term resonant can have a number of different meanings depending on the context in which it's used. Some possible definitions could include vibrating or resonating at a particular frequency. When something is resonant, it vibrates, it oscillates, and it's a response to a stimulus like a sound wave or an electrical instrument or current. So having a strong and lasting effect is another definition of resonance. It's something that it resonates. It can have an impact or an influence on a person or even a group of people. It's resonant. It's consistent with, or it's in harmony with something else. Something that's resonant is a person's beliefs could be resonant, or a person's values could be resonant. You know it because you feel it. It echoes or it repeats. It's something that is deep and rich in sound, like an idea or the pitch of something. It is like a musical instrument or even a person's voice. Aligned, resonant, truth. Truth. What the heck is truth? How do we even know what's true in this world anymore? Truth is a concept that refers to the quality or the state of being true, accurate, or factual. In other words, something that is true corresponds to reality and can be verified through evidence or observation. And the truth is often contrasted with falsehood, which is a statement or a belief that is not true or not accurate. Now, the concept of truth is important in many areas of human thought and activity, including science or philosophy, ethics. In science, for example, the pursuit of truth involves the use of evidence and logical reasoning to test a hypothesis or theory about the natural world. In philosophy, the concept of truth is often explored in relation to questions about knowledge, about reality, about the nature of language. In ethics, truthfulness is often considered a virtue. As being honest or truthful is generally seen as an aspect of good character. So that's art, the aligned resonant truth. But what's heals? Heals. Harmonious. Harmonious is an adjective that means characterized by harmony or being in agreement, by a sense of unity, agreement, cooperation. For example, a harmonious family is one where the members all get along well and have a strong sense of unity and support for one another. A harmonious workplace is one where the employees are able to work together cohesively, effectively, efficiently, without conflict or disagreement, or when there is conflict and disagreement, are able to handle it in such a way that is consistent with the combination of elements, just like the metaphor of harmony, which could be sound or color or ideas. We're able to find a way that's pleasing or enjoyable to the mind, to the spirit. I love using the word harmony in the context to music, because in the context to music, the term harmonious is the combination of notes or chords in a pleasing and consonant manner. And in this context, harmonious music is typically considered to be the most pleasant or enjoyable music for us to listen to, compared to music that's dissonant or disharmonious. Elevation, harmonious elevation. Elevation refers to the height of a place or an object above a particular reference point, like sea level or the surface of the earth. Elevation is typically measured in units of distance, such as like meters or feet or inches, centimeters, miles maybe. For example, the elevation of a mountain peak or a tall building might be measured in thousands of feet, while the elevation of a valley or low-lying areas can be measured in hundreds of feet or even less than that. Now, elevation can also refer to the act of raising or lifting something to a higher position or level. For example, the term could be used to describe the process of raising a flag on a flagpole or lifting a heavy object with a crane. But in a more abstract sense, which I love to go to the abstract sense, elevation is the act of raising someone or something to a higher status, to a higher level of respect. For example, someone who has been elevated to a position of leadership or authority might be described as having been elevated to that role. Autonomously. Autonomous refers to the ability of a system or a machine to operate independently without the need for human intervention or control. Autonomous systems are able to make decisions, to take actions, to perform their own tasks, use sensors or algorithms or technologies to gather and process information about the environment. In the term of autonomy, we use it to describe robots or vehicles and other types of machines that are capable of performing tasks without the credit of human supervision. But we could also use the word autonomy to describe ourselves in a sense of independence. And autonomous systems can be found with a wide range of applications like manufacturing or transportation, agriculture, or even military operations. In addition to that, autonomy refers to the ability of a system, which we can be, or a machine, which our brain is, to operate independently. The term autonomous, it can be used to describe a state or a condition of being as self-governing or self-directed. For example, an autonomous community or organization is one that's able to govern itself in order to make its own decisions without outside interference or direction. And then levitation, which we all know, but do we even believe it actually exists? Levitation means to rise or to float in the air without any apparent support, as if it's magic. The term is often used as this metaphorical or figurative sense to describe a feeling of lightness or weightlessness. It's to suggest that something is rising or rising up, and it's an unexpected or like unlikely way, usually, of happening. But in a more literal sense, the term levitation can refer to the phenomena of suspending an object in the air using magnetic or other types of force fields. And we, as beings, are electromagnetic beings. We have electricity coming from the earth and gravity magnetizing us down to the ground. And this is a phenomenon that has been the subject of scientific research and has been demonstrated in a number of lab experiments, although it remains an area of active study and a lot of debate. Levitation can also refer to the act of causing something to rise or float in the air, either through a technological mean or through the use of supernatural and magical powers. Systems. A system is a set of interconnected parts or elements which can be working together as a whole to achieve a common goal or a purpose. So just like the organs of our body are a system, we as a community are a system. We as human beings on this planet are a system that can be found in a wide range of contexts, from natural and biological systems to artificial and technological systems. Now, some common characteristics of systems include inputs. Systems receive inputs, which can be information or energy or resources of some kind. So inputs, the food we eat. Input, the plug that makes the computer turn on. Processes, okay, that have the inputs perform in various processes or operations. So the digestion of a system, the outputs. The system often includes different mechanisms, and the products or the services or other kind of results are the output. So our excrement of the physical body system. The output is the data that goes out of a computer. The feedback is a system that has, feedback. It allows the monitor to adjust, or the operation is based on the result of the processes. So the feedback of our bodily system is how is the food that's inputting and processing and outputting actually relating to the system as a whole. These are some examples of systems. They go deeper into including the biology, like the human body, or even the ecosystem around us. And the physical systems are like a machine or a bridge. And social systems, we already know, are like governments or the economy. Information systems, like a computer network or a database, is the study of a system. Okay? The study of a system and its behavior is known as systems theory. So there's tons of research that goes all into information systems and all of the systems I mentioned before. So this is a lot of information, but what does it all mean when we put it together? Art heals. Art heals. Art heals. The aligned resonant truth harmoniously elevates, autonomously levitates systems. When we align with the resonance of truth, we harmoniously elevate, which autonomously levitates systems. When we are all in alignment with the frequency of the oneness of all, we have a beautiful happening of co-creative joy that uplifts all of us on its own without even having to try, which almost magically or supernaturally levitates us with nothing holding us down as a system. like that. I really like that. I do. I mean, I know I wrote it, but I like that. I didn't write it. That's the thing. I aligned with the resonant truth, and harmoniously a message elevated autonomously, all on its own, levitating the truth to the system of this human being populated planet. How is that possible? Through something I call the mic method. The mic method is meditation, ideation, and creation. Meditation, ideation, creation. Whether I am painting an oil painting, or sitting at the potter's wheel, or performing for a crowd, musically or otherwise. Whether I am consulting with a corporation or uplifting a business for merger and acquisition, whether I'm coaching an individual, be it a corporate professional or a child, it's all the same. Anytime I approach anything, I meditate, ideate, and create. Meditation, to just toss in a little bit of added educational value today. Meditation is it's the mental practice of involving focus of the mind in a particular object or thought or a mantra or the lack of thought. It's the focus of training attention and awareness. It's achieving a mentally clear and emotionally calm, stable state. Meditation is often associated with various spiritual or religious traditions, but it could also be practiced as a secular activity for various mental and physical health benefits, mind, body, spirit connection. And there's many different types of meditation. There's specific techniques from all different parts of history, all over the world, and it can be used widely. But some of the common forms of meditation includes focus intention meditation, which involves focusing on a specific object, like a breath or a mantra, as I said, a visualization even, focusing on your inner child, focusing on your future self, focusing on the present moment, focusing on the waves or the seagulls or the desert or what have you. And letting all other thoughts, all other distractions just pass by. There's also open monitoring meditation, which involves paying attention to the thoughts and the sensations that arise and letting them be risen in the present moment without judging them, without attaching any meaning to them, just letting it arise. There's also the loving kindness meditation, which I practice a lot. I practice all these a lot, but I appreciate loving kindness meditation because sometimes our minds are so mean. And with the warrior mind, we'll get into that, but there's the gossiping mind, which is always just focusing on all the other shit, but that's happening outside of us, the distractions and the illusions. And then the warrior mind, which is the mind bouncing and oscillating back and forth between the lies and the truth, and the lies and the truth, and the lies we tell ourselves, and then the truth, and then the lies and the lies and the truth. And then there's the truth, the mind that just operates in truth. And so loving kindness, compassion, meditation involves cultivating feelings of love and feelings of compassion for oneself and for others, for our environment, for existence and life itself. Okay? That's meditation. It's typically practiced sitting down, it's typically practiced lying in a comfortable position or a relaxed position. You could even practice it in a yogic position or standing, and your eyes could be closed, your eyes could be open. It could be practiced while walking or engaging in other activities. The goal is not to empty the mind or achieve a state of total relaxation necessarily, but to cultivate a state of mindlessness in the present moment awareness. So So it really just depends, but the life itself becomes the meditation. We become so conscious and presently aware of the clarity that exists around us and within us, that it doesn't matter what is transpiring around us. If it's reality, we can meet it for what it is and love it because it is. Yeah. Meditation. And ideation. So ideation is the process of generating and developing, communicating new ideas. It's the key component of the creative process, which is why I love ideation so much, because it's often associated with problem solving and innovation and product development. Ideation is the best because it could encompass a wide array of activities like brainstorming or sketching or prototyping something, testing something. It can be done individually or it could be done in a group setting. It could involve various tools and techniques and stimulate and organize the flow of ideas. Now, some common techniques for facilitating ideation include brainstorming. So like a group activity in which participants are encouraged to generate as many ideas as possible without fear, without criticism, or even evaluation. I love brainstorming. There's also mind mapping, which is like a visual representation of ideas and their relationships to one another, like using a diagram or a map-like structure. There's even this one technique, this one system that's called SCAMPER, which is an acronym for 7 different types of questions that can be used to stimulate creative thought, like SCAMPER: substitute, combine, adapt, put to another use. The goal of the ideation is to generate a large quantity of ideas and then select and develop upon the most promising ones. So ideation is an important part of the creative process, as it helps to ensure that a wide range of ideas and perspectives, most importantly, diversify and are considered, that innovation solutions are developed. That way we're looking at things from all different perspectives and bringing solutions that are not coming from a one state and one track mind. And whenever we do that, when we get into a state of deep meditation, and then we pair that with a perspective shifting, life altering ideation, which extrapolates on really amazing concepts, that's when we're in the prime spot to create. But what the heck is creation? Well, creation refers to the act of bringing something to existence or producing something new. It could refer to the process of creating or making something physical, such as a work of art or a piece of music, a piece of anthology or technology. It also can refer to the act of creating or bringing something abstract, like intangible things, like an idea or a concept or an entirely new way of thinking, redefining lifestyle, unlocking the mind. Creation is a term that's used in the context of artistic or creative endeavors most of the time, where it refers to the process of bringing something new into the original world. It could also be used more broadly, though, to describe like the act of bringing anything new into existence, whether that was from the use of imagination or skill or by other means. Creation, in some contexts, is the term that is more specific to the act of bringing the universe or the world into being. Or maybe creation is the universe and the world. It's believed to have happened in a lot of religious or spiritual traditions in different ways, but all is one. So it's all the same. And in that sense, creation could be seen as the act of bringing order or structure to the universe, bringing life and consciousness into being. I mean, come on. Meditation, ideation, creation. Try it next time you try anything. Because art heals. If you like this video and you want to see more of it, please let me know in the comments. Send an email. If you want to work more directly with me on the meditative, ideative, creative process, I have news for you. You finally can. One-on-one and even in group settings in the community as well. Please just reach out. We make it easy for you to access all of us whenever you are in alignment for a reason. Because you are a very, very valuable part of contributing to a mission and a purpose that is way bigger than any one of us. This is a we story. We are the movement. And I'll talk about more of that in the next video. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. If you're inspired to create anything from this message, please show us what it is. God bless you. And all praises due to the Most High. If nobody has told you today, I love you.